Christmas comes but once a year.
It's just as well.
A time for all to have good cheer.
It's that as well.
Christmas comes but once a year. A bite full of baccy and a belly full of beer. Relatives come from far and near. Well, you can't have everything, can you?
Mum brings in the turkey roast. Oh, ain't it nice?
Nice! Round a fire, warm as toast.
Toilets just like ice.
Too much noise and too much grub. Pity they have to shut the pub. Roll on Boxing Day. Oh, but we wouldn't be without it. Wouldn't be without it. Ain't a doubt about it. Wouldn't be without it. Wouldn't be without a Christmas cheer. Especially around this time of year.
Father's talking politics with his paper hat on. Mum is going bonkers cause the Christmas cake's been sat on.
Uncle's gone to pieces since he got that jigsaw puzzle. Auntie Nora boarded him, he bought her a muzzle. Christmas comes but once a year.
It's just as well.
A time for all to have good cheer.
It's that as well.
Christmas comes but once a year. Full of baccy and a belly full of beer. Relatives come from far and near. Well, you can't have everything, can you? Timmy weds Lorraine and Don.
Oh, they can't half scoff.
She wants to have the telly on.
He wants to have it off.
Chocolate paper, cigarette butts. I think I'm going cracker than nuts. Roll on Boxing Day. Oh, but we wouldn't be without it. Wouldn't be without it. Ain't a doubt about it. Wouldn't be without it. Wouldn't be without a Christmas cheer. Especially around this time of year. Gather round for the Christmas speech.
God save the Queen.
Hooray! Someone mucked the picture up.
Her face is green.
Can't go out because it's pouring.
Grandma's jawing, Granddad's snoring.
Cat's been sick on the parky flooring. Still, you can't have everything, can ya?
Presents round the Christmas tree. Just take your pick.
Pine needles falling to your teeth.
Gives it a kick.
I'll never eat again the rest of me life.
Milk's gone sour and so's the wife.
Rabbit, 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 rabbit.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
We wouldn't be without it, wouldn't be without it, ain't a doubt about it. Wouldn't be without it, wouldn't be without a Christmas cheer. Especially around this time of year.
Oh, what's you said?
Oh, what's it, George?
Oh, yeah, I got your party, look.
Oh, lovely, thanks. I thought you must be round the corner here, because I saw all the others move into the main bar. How are your feet, by the way?
There's nothing wrong with my feet. I'm on the odour eaters now.
Oh, I had them once. Ain't half hard to swallow, aren't they?
Look, there's nothing wrong with my feet, Sydney. They all went in there to see Chas and Dave, his special seasonal attraction.
Oh, that's what it was, is
Yeah.
it? Oh, I thought the regulars had got drunk earlier than usual this year. You know, I put it down to Christmas.
They'll be drunk till New Year once that lot gets started. Hey, that reminds me, have you had your invite yet?
What invite's that, then?
Invite, New Year's Eve. The government, as a special bonus, they're going to throw a street party for all the unemployed all over Britain, New Year's Eve.
Is that right?
Yeah, they're going to hold it up the M1. Yeah.
Could be a bit dangerous, that, George. You know, with all them juggernauts and what's the names.
No, it'll be all right as long as we don't get a table in the fast lane, Sid. It's a joke. It's a joke. David Attenborough told it on Songs of Praise.
Oh, I get it. Oh, I see, yeah. Yeah, I expect they would. They'd close it to traffic for the day.
Oh, they
wouldn't
would, yes, they would, yeah. God, give me strength.
Talking about wildlife, George, you know, I've got a bit of a problem with Lil.
Have you? Nothing that a good solicitor won't cure. I've told you that before.
No, it's not that. It's just the other morning I came down the stairs and there was an American letter lying on the doormat.
An American letter? Oh, yeah. Still, could have been worse, could it, eh? My cousin Ivy's got a pen pal lives in Paris. Who's it from?
Buck.
Hey?
Buck.
Well, there's no need... Who?
My American cousin, Buck in El Paso.
Oh, yeah. How is he?
Well, as a matter of fact, he's got a bit of a problem and all, you know.
Is he?
Because you know he's a bit of a what's-his-name, don't you?
Oh, Buck is?
Oh, yeah. Bit of an animal lover.
An animal lover?
Yeah, well, he keeps and breeds these rare species, you see.
Oh,
and he's moving to a smaller place, and he asked me if I'd like one of his pets, you see. Well, you know, George, what I'm like about animals, don't you, eh? You know what I mean. Love them, don't you?
Yeah.
That's why I married Lil.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, she likes them and all, you know.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. You proposed to her at the zoo, didn't you?
That's right,
Yeah.
that's right. Well, I thought it might make a nice little surprise present for her, you see, seeing as I didn't give her one for Christmas.
Did you? That's not like you said. Anyway, it's a good idea to save you a few bob and all as a present, would it, eh?
Yeah.
What kind of a little pet is it, then?
It's a buffalo.
Buffalo?
Yeah, a buffalo.
You're going to give Lil a buffalo? A great big evil-smelling hairy thing like that?
Oh, she's not that bad with a bit of makeup.
I'm talking about the buffalo, Sid. You can't keep a buffalo in Croydon.
Why not? Fella next door to you's got a cat.
Yeah. I mean, look at the trouble that causes. Just imagine if it was a buffalo getting over the fence and having to go in my rhubarb. Yeah. It might escape and meet another female lady buffalo.
Oh, don't be silly, George. Who else going to be stupid enough to have another buffalo in our area?
How about your brother?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about him.
Yeah. You see, they might breed, might they, eh? Then before you know where you was, you'd be up to your neck in breeding buffaloes.
Funny enough, Buck's neighbours weren't too understanding about that sort of thing. You know, they used to bang on the wall, disturb the buffaloes during the mating season.
Yeah, no consideration, some people, have they? How many's he got?
14. The end of it was he took them all down to communal gardens for grazing and what have you, you know. Then this lorry passed and backfired. And, of course, you know what buffaloes do when they're frightened.
Well, I can imagine, yeah.
Well, that's what they did all over Buck.
What a way to go.
Stampeded.
Oh, they stampeded and all, did they?
They reckon he was up to his neck in what's her name?
He would be, yes.
Blaster. Now, as you say, you see, even if Lil did get to like it and take to it as a pet, let's face it, she'd only end up being called Buffalo Lil.
Of course she would, yes. It's all right to give her a present as long as it's something reasonable. How about a shoulder paradas? She's always saying she wants you to give her a surprise in the bath.
You're right with you, George. The more I think of it, you know, Buffalo just wouldn't fit in this area, would they?
Of course you wouldn't. Why, you just follow my example, Sid. Do as I do, you can't go far wrong, right? Happy New
There's
Year.
a blooming great kangaroo hopping up and down in the road outside.
Oh, blimey, it's Skippy. He must have slipped his leash. I'll have to go.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're pleased to welcome Mr. David Essex.
By the way, that is not his real name.
Isn't it?
Oh, no. Only calls himself that because that is where he was born.
Don't believe you.
A lot of people do that, you know. Julie London, Susanna York, Stratford Johns, Burt Lancaster, Shirley Ann Field.
Ah, no. I know Shirley Ann Field. She was not born in Shirley. She was born in Luton.
In a field in Luton.
Why do you do that?
Oh, I daren't. Not where I come from.
Well, where's that?
Berkhamsted. Thank you very much. Thank you. I haven't actually been here myself before, but I hear some frightfully good reports about it all. They're doing some rather interesting things, you know. I wanted anyway, my dear, to bring you up to a place that had a certain sort of ambiance.
You mean atmosphere?
Atmosphere, dear, yes, ambiance. The food, of course, is de rigueur, but so too is the decor, the whole surroundings, you know, the ambience. I like a place that has a certain sort of elegance, as our French cousins would say, you know. One likes an aura of, of sophistication. I absolutely demand, waiter, wait, top quality service and, all done by the region, you know. I mean, the place does have a certain, place does have a certain, how can I put it,
Ambiance.
you notice it too, do you?
Oi! Garçon, where's the sauce? You know I like flipping sauce.
I've only got one pair of hands, you know.
Flipping sauce.
Has a certain sort of standard, you know, sort of je ne sais.
Oh, look at that, look at that. Very nice, too.
Waitress, wait. They don't rush you at all, do they? They just...
No, they certainly don't.
Oh, manners.
Waiter, I think we're ready to order now. You're going to have the...
I'm afraid I shall have to ask you to leave, sir.
What? Why?
You aren't wearing a tie.
You're asking him to leave because I'm not wearing a tie. You're letting him stay, although he has the table manners of a demented warthog on heat.
Yes.
Well, I'm sorry, but I demand to speak to the manager.
Certainly. Mr. Ferguson.
Yeah, what's the matter? What's the matter?
Thank you very much. Thank you. Tonight, I've been asked to be brief, and they don't come much briefer. No, because our producer actually is a man who can't stand rambling. He's a little bit fragile tonight. Had a little bit too much, you know, at the BBC party. Little too much Cenopod punch. No, actually, he is one of the few people I know who can pickle onions by breathing on them. And he is obsessed with gadgets. When he goes out of his office, he leaves his swivel chair on automatic pilot. He has a solar heating panel at home which is so sensitive that when Esther Ranson smiles on television, the kettle boils. Actually, it's funny. It's funny I should mention the Christmas party just like that, you know, because it was at the Christmas party that I heard the joke I'm going to tell you tonight. Now, once again, I'm afraid it's not much of a joke. But then it wasn't much of a party. To give you an idea how cheapskate the BBC have now become, there's a 10% service charge on the coffee vending machine. The party, as usual, was held in the studio, you know, Studio 1 next door. In fact, during the afternoon, it had been used for Panorama, and they were still sweeping up after Michael Foot. No, he was being, it's not been seen yet, the joke, because he was being interviewed about his appearance, you know, in general, and the rumour that the moths in his jacket had applied for a home improvement grant. I'll be honest, it was a bit of a dull affair, this party. After 10 minutes, the Britvic barrel had run dry. And as usual, the BBC hadn't provided any records at all for the record player, so we had to dance to a donut. Anyway, then all of a sudden, more people turned up than expected, so they brought in their emergency plan to make the food go further. They got Big Daddy to sit on the crisps. Oh, incidentally, talking of my wife and children, please, I almost forgot. A little wave to my youngest daughter. Thank you for the lovely new string vest you bought Daddy for Christmas. Stop worrying. She's worried. Worrying at the wrong size. Stop worrying, dear. I'm wearing it now. Look. No, we all like to know our gifts are appreciated. And I've got to be honest, at the moment, I'm in the doghouse at home. My bedroom's being redecorated. However, I was telling you about the BBC party. Now, it was all a bit quiet at this party because over in the corner, Percy Edwards was nesting in a bowl of Twiglets. And it was at this point I happened to run into my agent, who I'm very, very fond of, who found me years ago, to be honest, working in obscurity. I was a resident MC in a confessional box. To be honest, things aren't all that much better now. The other day I was booed off a speak-your-weight machine. But I digress. Now, here is the joke my agent told me at the party, and it's the one about the two men who work for London Transport. That's not the joke, by the way. I wouldn't make any unkind jest. No, no. Let's not make any unkind jests about London Transport, because let's face it, they're doing their best to get us back on our feet. Now, one night, these two chaps come out of the pub, you see, after a somewhat boisterous late-night party. The landlord had an extension, which we won't dwell on. And they find the car won't start, you see. So quick as a flash, the first one says, or was it the second one? Anyway, he says, he said, why don't we go to the bus station, he says. Because he's not stupid, this chap. Just thick. He said, let's go down to the bus station. One of them says, and borrow a bus. Good idea, said the other one. We'll borrow a bus and drive home in that. I don't think we've got too much out of Smiley's people, these two, by the way. So they walk down the road. They walk down to the road to the bus depot, which is all shut up for the night, and a minute later, there they are in the garage, deciding which of the buses to drive home in, you see. And after they've looked around for a minute, the first one says, he said, isn't that just our luck, he says. There isn't a single 71 among a lot of them. And the other one said, how stupid can you get? He says, how stupid can you get? All we got to do is take a 92 and get off at the roundabout. We're enjoying it immensely. I have a house party with you the weekend. Hello? Oh, right. certainly. Thank you. It's the BBC saying, could we make this the last carol because they want to get on with the next item on the programme.
Would you care to join us in a carol, sir?
I've been more than delighted, my dear. Oh, thank you. My, but 'tis cold, to be sure.
You promised Sandra you'd bring the tree. You're late home from the office party and you've forgotten it.
Of course I'm late. I'm the boss. I'm the host. It's staff relations.
What about your own relations? You don't think about them. Oh, there, Sandra. Look at her crying. Shut up. And hurry back.
Hurry back? What for? What kind of a life do I have?
Better than you deserve. Do you know, sometimes I don't know why I married you.
Nor do I. You'd have done better with Edgar Whitlow.
I probably would.
20 miles for a flaming damn Christmas tree. Roll on Easter. Oh, Skinner so-and-so sold me them doors.
Programme with a warning to motorists. We're receiving reports of strange lights in the sky over a wide area.
You want to take more water with it, my son?
In the home counties, unusual electrical interference is also causing...
Oh, interfere with yourself.
There have also been reports of radios switching themselves back on. The Air Ministry spokesman has refused...
Typical. I've just had this serviced. Oh, I know what they've done. They're going to put 2-star in. There's nothing about this on the forecast.
Basildon?
Basildon? It's Christmas Eve. Why would I be going to Basildon? Anyhow, my motor snuffed it.
Snuffed it? Looks all right to me. There we are. Where we go?
Oh, very smooth. Been going to evening classes, have you? Where are you from, then?
You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
All right, don't tell me then.
Well, if you want to know, I'm from a small planet in the system Cassiopeia. Alpha Drogon in the outer ring of the Andromeda Galaxy.
Oh. Very nice. What's your name?
Ted.
It's a bit ordinary, isn't it? I would have thought if you come from right up there, you'd be called Throg or Squogloff or something.
We're all called Ted.
Well, what are you doing in this neck of the woods then, Ted?
Well, I missed my spaceship.
Ah, and where was that bound?
Basildon.
That's a silly question.
Do you fancy a roll-up?
Now, listen, Mush, if you're extraterrestrial, I am the Pope.
Oh, that's a turn-up. So in that case, this is the Pope-mobile, is it?
Start extracting the Michael, son. Out you get, right?
Look, I'm E.T. Straight up. Well, straight up and a bit to the left, you know. This is a close encounter you are having.
Yeah, and we all know what kind. Take your hand off my knee.
Look, I'm kosher. I'm a master of the secrets of the universe.
Prove it.
Oh, take a card. All right, ask me a question. Go on, anything you like. Something profound.
What is the meaning of Stonehenge?
Oh, nice one, nice one. Very simple, that, doddle. You know these exhaust centres when you go in and the bloke says, put it up on the ramp? Same thing, only for flying saucers.
That's it, that's it. Enough's enough. Come on. Out of it. Out of it. Go on, you can walk back to Basildon yourself.
Come on, be shrewd, be shrewd. I've got my transporter. I can beam you up, Scotty.
I don't want to go up, Scotty. I go back to my office to collect a Christmas tree, all right? So you can transport yourself back to Basildon, and good luck.
Wait a minute. No, it's a time transporter. Take you back 100 years. Plenty of trees, no problem.
Ah, poor Blimey. It's a British Rail winter break weekend.
Don't worry. It's the Ice Age. It often happens. I must have come back 100,000 years by mistake. What's that? Well, it's not a brass monkey, that's for sure. Let's get out of here. See? 100 years ago, 1882, Christmas trees everywhere.
Where's my car?
Oh, dear, I must have left it in the Ice Age. Never mind, they can always invent the wheel and the XJ6 at the same time. Here's a good one.
Oi! You there!
I know that bloke. Ugly-looking article, isn't he?
That's my great-grandfather. Hey, he used to be a gamekeeper. We've got photos of him. Here, great-granddad is me, little Sydney.
Stay where you are, you blackguard.
I must go over and introduce myself.
No!
Damn poachers.
Come on, run.
Stop or I'll shoot. I'll set the dog on you, you ruffians.
Here. This is where I live. Is it 1982?
Yes?
Who's got the tree?
I have.
It's enormous.
Well, it's grown. 100 years.
Oh, well, never mind all that. I'm just glad to be home, that's all. Yvonne will be wondering where I am.
Fact is, I don't think she will be.
What's this? Edgar Whitlow? Get off her. Get off my missus. Yvonne! They don't seem to be paying any attention to me.
Sorry about that. You don't exist.
What?
Well, it's our fault, really. We ran away and your great-granddad had an accident jumping that fence.
What kind of accident?
Very nasty accident. consequently, your great-granddad never had your granddad. And your granddad, needless to say, never had your dad. And your dad, since he didn't exist, of course, never had you. You aren't, I'm afraid, old son. Oh, what? Aren't nothing, I'm afraid.
But my Yvonne! My little Sandra!
Where's Sandra? What's this lot?
I'm afraid you're Yvonne and Edgar Whitler begat those. Once Edgar Whitler began to begat, he went and begot a lot.
Oh, I've married a sex maniac.
Oh, we could all say that, old boy.
Where are they now?
Well, they've popped upstairs for a moment.
But I want my little Yvonne. I want my little Sandra. I want my little home.
You weren't saying that earlier on in the evening. You should have counted your blessings when you had them. Well, I'm off.
What?
Looks like my minicab's here.
I ain't be here.
You're not here, mate. You don't exist.
Well, why can't we go back 100 years and make great-granddad well again?
Go back 101, knock the fence down, more like it.
Where are you going to take me, then?
Sorry, mate. I'm due the other side of the galaxy in half an hour.
Well, that time transporter thing, chuck it down!
How long have you been there? Oh, what a horrible bump.
Where am I? Where am I?
Poor thing. Come on, let's get you in.
Oh.
Come on.
Here. Where's that ruddy Edgar Whitlow?
Edgar? I don't know, at home, I suppose.
And where's Sandra?
Hello, Dad.
Are there 8 little boys in there?
Where? Where's the tree?
Tree? Didn't I come back with a big tree?
No, you've just been in the garage, love. Your father's not quite right, Sandra. It's that bump on the head, love. It's made you a bit senseless.
On the contrary, Evie, I think it's finally returned me to my senses. Happy Christmas, darling.
Hello. Come on, put her down now. Hey, what a Christmas tree. We got 2 by mistake.
Oh, that's very nice, isn't it? Look at that. Thanks, Edgar.
A tree.
Yes,
Didn't they say there's going to be snow in the forecast? Oh, and there's the carol singers.
Mistletoe. May I?
Yeah, help yourself. As long as it's not 8 times.
When we were gone astray, oh, tidings of comfort and joy, oh, tidings of comfort.
Right, let's get this load of scrap to Basil.
Yeah. Morning.
Good morning. Are you Dr. Spaulding, the specialist who helps people with bad memories?
Excuse me a moment, would you?
Yes, I am. Yes. Now, what seems to be the problem?
I can't remember.
Oh, well, then, how can I cure you?
No, I don't mean I can't remember. I mean, that is my problem. You know, I keep forgetting things.
Oh, what sort of things?
I can't remember.
How long have you been having this problem?
What problem?
Why don't I take your personal details, name, address, and so on, and then, after that, we can discuss your problem.
Excellent.
Right.
Well, I'll be getting along. Yes. I knew there was something.
What?
I was trying to remember my name.
Oh, of course you were. Yeah. It'll be in my appointments diary, won't it? What?
Of course.
Well, of course it will. Let's have a look. Must be in here somewhere. Ah, yes, here we are, yes. According to this, you are April the 1st.
My God, I must be the Queen of England.
No, that would be silly, wouldn't
Yes.
it? I know what you could do. Why don't you ring your wife And then she would tell you what your name is.
That's a good idea. I shall ring my wife because she has the same number as I have.
Oh, what's that?
How should I know? I know what I'll do. I'll ring directory inquiries.
That's it.
Hello, directory. Can you give me my telephone number, please? Oh, thank you very much.
Any luck?
Yes, apparently it's 9:45 precisely. Hello? Hello? Guess who? Who? Good gracious.
They tell you?
Yes, apparently I'm someone called Thunder Thighs.
We're getting somewhere, aren't we? Now, let's see. Now, Mr. Thunder Thighs, where were you born?
That's very difficult to say.
Oh, is that place in Wales, you mean? Llanfair, that one? Yes, it is. It is damn difficult to say. I'll just put Cardiff, I think. Cardiff. Sex?
Funnily enough, I was looking at that this morning. I made a note of it. It's completely gone.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Completely gone. Right, while we're trying to find out what sex you are, why don't we have a drink?
What a good idea. What have you got?
Well, at the moment, I've got a very severe case of amnesia.
Well, might as well open that.
Yes. I know what you'd really like. I know what you... Why don't we have a nice, oh, dear, what are they called? Oh, my secretary gives it to me every afternoon at 4 o'clock. It's in a cup.
A bosom?
A bosom. How about a nice bosom to warm you up, yes?
I love that.
Oh, good.
Black or white? White, please.
White? Oh, well, I'll have the same. Then we shan't have to split a set, shall we? Miss Thing. Yeah, we'd like 2 bosoms, please. Yeah, could you bring them in straight away? Yes. No milk in mine. Heavens. Good heavens, you're not wearing any of the... Not you, Miss Thing. I'm talking to this gentleman here. I know what you wear. You're not wearing any of those... what are they? What are they called? The thing, those... you're not wearing any of those... what you put on in the morning.
Kettle?
No, not before that.
Terry Wogan?
No. What are the things that go up your leg?
Dogs.
What? Something that does up.
Does up, char lady?
A char lady, yeah. Well, something like a char lady. An au pair. That's right, a dog's au pair. Well, it's not a dog's au pair. I mean, I had a dog called Towser once. A Towser, it's an au pair of trousers. Au pair of trousers, no pair of trousers.
I've just... Goodness me, you're not wearing any either.
Good heavens, so I'm not. This calls for shock therapy.
Shock therapy?
Now sit down there and face front. Now, very soon I'm going to go... Whoa!
Oh! What, you're right, it's worked. It's all come back. I've remembered who I am. I'm the Secretary of State for Employment.
Well, I should forget that again if I were you. It's worked with me too. My memory's returned completely.
Goodness me, do you know I even remember what sex I am?
Oh, and shall I tell you something?
What's that?
I've remembered what sex I am, darling.
Forget it.
Forget what?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of our Christmas show. We'd like to thank our special guest, David Essex, the charming actress Bridget Forsyth, and everyone else concerned in the making of the show. We've thoroughly enjoyed ourselves, and we hope you have.
Yes, I'm afraid we won't be seeing you again until next year, but to tide us over, the BBC have very kindly given us a steady job, starting tonight.
So, it's a Merry Christmas from me,
And it's a Happy New Year from him.
good night.